Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we're going to give you an update on our visit to the doctor at St. Luke's Hospital here in Manila, and everything was explained to us. I had an examination. He had a look at that special area that is dealt with when you have a reversal, and conceded that everything is fine as it should be, and he explained exactly what happens. Well, it turns out that that our good doctor, Dr. Dennis, has been following the our YouTube channel, and so he knows exactly what our intentions are and how we're working, and how we have promised to reveal what we find for those people who are interested in having this process themselves. So, Beth, what were your impressions?
Yeah, it's exciting, It's fierce. This is normal. But we're excited, and tomorrow is the big day. And we surrender everything. We surrender everything to the heaven, and to those who messaging us and giving prayers. Thank you very much. That's what we need for now. The what do you call that? The bundle of prayers.
The bundle of prayers.
Yeah, because that's straight to the heaven. Thank you.
So any bundle that you have is prior to the bundle that we're hoping for in a few months' time are welcome. But just to explain what we had explained to us is that there are I think maybe two or maybe three different ways that the vasectomy in the first place can be performed, and the simplest way is to, as I described it to our Dr. Dennis, that it's a plumbing job, and he agreed. But there's a pipe. It's very simple, really. There's a pipe, and that supplies the live sperm, and that's what they cut. Now, in some cases, apparently, they don't just cut. They just tie the thing off. So I'm thinking that they pull it over like this and tie it around, and that stops the flow of the live sperm. So now, having roughed up my hair, she's gone and left me. So once that tie has been tied off, there is obviously, after several years, let's sort of give anybody that's new to this channel a background. I had a vasectomy some 20-something years ago, probably even more, and I'm 77 years old. So what are the chances? Well, the chances are less than, obviously, than, say, a 40-year-old man who's had the vasectomy only 5 years prior. So we know the chances, we know what the statistics are, and we still want to go ahead. And that was my opening statement to Dr. Dennis, and he agreed. And he said, yes, you will need to pray. So I'm good with the praying for a good result, because I think that there is a greater picture than all of the statistics, and this has been proved time and time again. So the good doctor, a gentleman, if I may say so, took us through the procedure and what would happen. So what happens is this: I have to be fasting from 12 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow is the big day. Now, it's probably going to be a 4 or maybe 5 hour procedure, depending on what they find when they actually look at the site. So if it's 5 hours, it has to be done obviously with a microscope, and that equipment has to be booked. So we're booked in for tomorrow. Now we have to be out of our place by about 4:30 in the morning, because it's an all-day thing. If you think about it, we're going to start probably around 6 or 7, 5 hours in the theatre. It's a local anesthetic, not a full a full anesthetic. So I'll be awake, but I will not be feeling anything. The anesthetist will inject me down in the lower back, is my understanding, so that bottom half will not be producing any pain for me to suffer. So even though I will be there, I won't be feeling anything. I'll be lying on my back, obviously, and the procedure will get along well without me. Once they have a look in there, then they'll decide how the vasectomy was carried out, and then they'll know, the doctor will know how to proceed. So I'm guessing that if it was a tie-off, that would be the simplest. But even when there's a tie-off, that little knot that occurs will have some, whatever it is, calcifying, or whatever the body will put in terms of material, will have to be removed. Now, it's not just a question of releasing a knot and the tube unfolds itself and everything is cleared again. It's not as easy as that. So the other side, this side and the other side of that knot, if it is that way, will be removed. And then the two ends, oversimplified once again, will be joined. And they'll be joined with micro stitches. It was very fine surgery, microsurgery, and it has to be done with the aid of the... Now this is all high-tech instrumentology. The instruments are very high-tech. In actual fact, the rate of success is much higher now, because the surgeons are so much more skillful simply by doing it and learning and changing and improving. So we have a much better chance of success than, say, the same situation quite a few years ago. Things improve so fast, and if you want to know, if you want an example of that, look at computers. If you've got a 5 or 6 year old computer now, it's almost like a doorstop. So it's a paperweight. So once that procedure has been done, then I have a month to 6 weeks of taking things very easy. But first of all, first things first, once the procedure has been done and I'm back in what will obviously be a recovery room, I have to be there for perhaps 3 hours. During that time, the good doctor will be on hand, and once I'm taking it that the effects of the anesthetic have worn off, then I can go home. Home at the moment is a hotel room. We're going to take things very easy. We have some very good friends that we've just met now and enjoyed meeting with yesterday, who want to remain anonymous, but they're very happy for us to go and stay with them. Well, the reason that we probably won't do that is because I'm not going to be extremely sociable during that time, and I'll probably just want to be a boring, an especially boring old fart, and just lie around and recover. The case that I looked at on YouTube, the man who took the reversal said that he just took things very easy. He didn't mention much about pain relievers, but he did indicate that he'd taken some pain relievers, but it seemed like not very much. So after our 3 hours and coming home, resting up, we're to stay here for a couple of days. That was a recommendation of the doctor. Stay for a couple of days, and the impression that, well, not the impression, he told me exactly that this is so that if there are any issues in which we are concerned, we will be here and we'll be able to contact him. Excuse me. So that's what our medical situation is. Other than we'll go home, I'll take things very easy. Beth has already decided that we can just put the suitcase excuse me, put the suitcase into a box and send it home. And it's all just clothes that we brought with us. The only thing, in fact, that we didn't bring, not the kitchen sink because we don't have a kitchen, but the only thing I forgot, I only had two things to bring: my toothbrush and my razor. And I brought my toothbrush, and guess what happened to the razor? It's not getting overused, and it's on the shelf at home. That's why I'm looking a little bit like a homeless person. So we will take the ferry home. That's what we decided. It's like half the cost of a plane ticket, and we actually enjoyed our trip here. It was very relaxing, really interesting, and apart from the fact that the bathroom drained into the bathroom tub drained into the bathroom instead of draining down a hole and into the sea, we don't have any complaints at all. That will be a 24-hour trip, and we will get home, and then the challenge then will be not to get involved in doing things which I shouldn't be doing, and that's the difficult one, because when you are needed to drive or do stuff like this, it's very difficult to say no. So I'm expecting that probably by next Sunday I'll be back to my Sunday driving job. We do intend now to get a new truck. Well, it won't be new, it will be a salvaged or a used truck. We know exactly what we want, what we need, and we're going ahead to do that. We're now able to do that, and we'll be showing a video on that too. So we might do, when we get back to Cebu, which is where the ferry drops us, we may decide that we're going to look around, maybe get a hotel room, and then the following day we'll go out on a truck hunting day. From there we'll drive the truck onto the ferry to get home to either, I think it was Tubigon or Tagbilaran, and we'll drive the truck home. That also brings on the need for a lot more work, because we'll have to open up the tunnel and we'll have to open up the road to accommodate a bigger truck. So that's actually our update on what is happening, and for those that have communicated to me and said we are hoping to take that same trip ourselves, if you have any questions and you want me to ask on your behalf, you want me to ask the surgeon, our good doctor, Dr. Dennis, let me know. You can message me those questions, as long as it's not a million questions, then, and it's just something that I won't have asked him, then I'll be very happy to ask those questions. And as the good doctor has agreed, excuse me, as he has agreed to do an interview in which he reveals as much information as he can about this procedure and how it can be done here, and it's cheaper by far here in the Philippines. So people who are considering having that procedure done may want to think about that. Of course, if you're already here in the Philippines, and that makes this a popular, if that's the word, a popular procedure. I say popular because there are many men like myself who have come to the Philippines and either by design or unexpectedly have found a younger woman and they want to have a child, or certainly a Filipina will want to have a child. They've had a vasectomy and now they're going through the same situation as I'm in, that I want to have a child, I want to have another beginning, and that's what has led us here to Manila. It's cheaper to have it done here, and they're very good. The hospitals are excellent. If you're going to a private hospital, believe me, they are top. So, follow us through on our journey. Please comment, please subscribe, please do at least like, because it does help us. And you can always go through to our Patreon site, which will help us with our quest to get a truck so I can do my Sunday driving job better. Okay, well, the next video Beth will be in to talk about our impressions of how it is here in Manila, in the big city, which neither of us have expressed a great joy for, and have no plans to come and join this kind of living, even though we know that some people love it, just as we love our Bohol home. Actually, I just can't wait to get home. So, thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines.